Hey, yo, welcome to it, man. It is another hashtag Kicks and Culture Podcast, episode 8. Okay, Pangi, episode 8. All right, cool. And today, I've got the friend of Converse. I'm not going to say the friend of the podcast, but the friend of Converse. Chuenza's in the building.
Where's the champagne? Where's the champagne?
Yeah, so like, it's just there.
It should be coming just now.
Yeah, it's going to be coming through. Welcome.
Thank you for
How are you doing? Let's
here.
start there. You just came back from Cape Town.
I just came back from Cape Town 2 days ago.
Yeah. 2 days ago, not today.
No. Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, Wednesday.
All right.
I was feeling a bit under the weather yesterday.
Yeah.
A bit better today. But I was like, you know what? Let me go and be on the podcast and see how the day
now
goes.
today you're sitting on a different seat. You're always sitting on this one. And today you're sitting on
I was actually saying
one.
the same thing. I'm usually the one that interviews people, right?
Yeah.
Because of my thingy with Converse as well. So now it's like a bit different.
Yeah.
But it's a good different. It's a good, change of scenery.
We're going to get into that.
Don't be too hard on me though, please.
No. Relax. We got this. Okay. Born and raised in Limpopo, right?
Yes.
And it's hot that side.
That's the first thing that comes to mind. Like, it's hot.
It's hot that side. I went there, I think twice, and I couldn't sleep the way it was so hot.
Maybe you went like during peak hot season, like December.
It gets like crazy hot.
No, it is hot. Like I won't lie. It's generally very hot. Like province. I'm from Polokwane, so
Yeah.
it was hot. But like there are other places in Limpopo that are hotter, like Tanin,
Yeah.
Palabora, like there it's scorching hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, 18 years of my life was spent in Polokwane, proudly from Limpopo. Like I rep my province so much.
Okay.
And everything I do.
Understand you're a sneakerhead also.
I am, but also, you know what, let me tell you, I didn't start out as a sneakerhead, right? Because I was always fascinated with like heels, glamorous life. And then I got to varsity, and then I realized that in order to move around, you need to like wear comfortable shoes. And then that's when I started like really getting into
when you were
sneakers.
introduced into sneakers and then you fell in love with the sneakers.
when I was like 19. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. You growing up in Limpopo, right? And to what you have achieved as a person right now, right?
Yeah.
Did your childhood like shape you or like give you that thing of like, okay, cool. When you are growing up, did it like shape you to be what you are right now?
I always thought, like I always knew that I would be in the entertainment space, just didn't know how. But I won't lie to you, like I knew when I was like in grade 3 that I'm meant to be like, in the public eye, like a public figure. Can call it famous, whatever, but like I always knew that I'm used to like I'm meant to be in the space.
Yeah.
I just didn't know how, and then you get to high school, your interests sort of change.
Yeah.
You're told that you need to like go do a degree that is like common. So it's either you're going to be a lawyer, an accountant, a doctor, etc.
Yeah.
So being a creative, I sort of put it in the back burner when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I only started like really like going back into my creative space when I was in first year.
Yeah.
But I won't lie to you, I always knew, and it did shape me as well. Like coming from a small, Limpopo, Polokwane is the capital city of Limpopo, but it's still quite a generally small like city.
Yeah.
So it definitely did. It gives you like a lot of humility.
Yeah.
It definitely gives you like, you don't want. I personally don't want to like go back there to live there.
Yeah.
So I know like now everything that I'm working hard for is like, okay, I need to make sure I work so hard that I don't go back into like, because it's just, I mean, no hate on it, but I've always known like I'm more of like a metropolitan city type of person. So yeah.
So you like thinking like when you're growing up, like I need to leave this place.
I was always saying that. Yeah. Because I mean, also I was like bullied, for being like, so, but back then I was like in the closet. In my head, I was in the closet, like a transparent closet. I'm like, people could tell.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I didn't like when people would always bring up the fact that like, oh, you're gay, 1, 2, 3. Like, it always made me feel so uncomfortable. And it made me like really just want to get out of that place.
Yeah. So you growing up, right? You getting your first sneaker.
Yeah.
Like getting your first sneaker.
I remember which one it was.
As a boy, right? They buy you a sneaker.
Yeah.
Like, what's the memory behind your first sneaker?
Funny enough, And I promise you, I'm being so for real, guys. My first sneaker bought by my dad.
Yeah.
Who I haven't spoken to in a long time, but when I was speaking to him, he got me a pair of red Converse Chuck 7s, right?
Yeah.
Like the old school type of Converse sneakers.
Yeah.
That was my first ever pair of sneakers that I received as a gift. I can't remember before that what I was wearing. I don't know. But I remember that because it was so significant. Like, I went with my dad to the mall, we went in, and then we go to the store. And then, because he also, like, he's into Converse. Like, he loves wearing Converse.
Yeah.
I don't know about now, but, like, back then, he used to love wearing Converse. Like, you know, he's the typical Converse case study. Like, like consumer that you want to like reach.
Ipantula,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was my first sneaker, the red Chuck 7s. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like the memory that you have with like when you got that sneaker.
Yeah. I was very happy. Very happy. Yeah, I was very excited. I was like, oh.
Because now you can match with your dad.
You know what I mean? And, you know, also back then, I mean, I was in my boy era. So I was like, yo, boy, get on. I am online.
So, with your personality, right?
Yeah.
You buy sneakers. Like, does it influence you in a way, like, on the type of sneaker that you want to buy?
100%. Like, for now, I wouldn't wear, like, the Chuck 70 because I feel like it's just, it wouldn't, to myself, too boyish, you know? Yeah. These ones I got from Converse, actually, 2 weeks back. This is more of my style.
What sneakers are these?
I actually don't know. I just saw them in the store, and it's Converse, but I just saw them in the store, and I was like, I want it.
Okay.
Looked at the price tag, I'm like, okay, it makes sense why it's so expensive, but Converse has got me, so it's fine. So I got these. So these are more of like my type of sneakers. Also the edgy looking type of Converse shoes. Yeah. Like there's one I got as well, like that has a bit of a edge thingy on the toe thingy.
Oh yeah.
So I like those kind of sneakers. I like sneakers that make you think like, oh, okay. They think about the design and like, oh, okay, I actually wonder what the person was thinking when they were designing it. And so I just think it definitely impacts how I purchase sneakers. Yeah. My personality right now. Yeah. Yeah.
And fashion-wise?
Fashion-wise, so one thing about my fashion, right, it really genuinely depends on how I feel on the day. So today, I woke up when I came here, you know, I was wearing like thigh-high boots. So I was in the mood to be very classy. Yeah. You know, but young. You know, going for like a young meeting type of vibe. I was given that. And then maybe on another day, I'd feel like, you know, maybe I want to look like, you know, cool screw, but like still make it, you know? Yeah. So then I'd wear a pair of sneakers with a particular outfit. So it really, my fashion, I can't even describe it. It just literally depends on my mood on the day.
So like, doesn't it happen when maybe like you meet people who have never seen you without makeup and everything like that? They just see you walking in the street and you introduce yourself like, hi, this is Chuenza. And they're like, oh shit, we've never seen you like this. No, and you're looking like a boy.
No, they have. Let me tell you, I usually, 80% of the time, because I have beautiful skin, thank you very much. Yeah. I always rock my natural skin. Yeah. So I always make it, even on the show that I was on, you know, I made it a point that people see me without makeup because I don't want that thing. Now I'm only known for like wearing makeup. I'm trying to hide something. Whatever. No, honey, I look good with and without makeup. Yeah. You know what I mean? With hair or without hair. So I know that. And but today I was like, let me go and visit my favorite makeup artist and come and grace you guys.
Thank you for gracing us.
Thank you.
So what inspired you like to audition for Big Brother?
Ooh, that's the question I was actually waiting for. Yeah. So, my mom is a huge fan of the show, right? Yeah. She has been watching the show since like 2007, when it was Big Brother Africa. So, and then I always used to just watch it with her because it was the thing at home. Like when you know it was an event, when Big Brother would come, my mom has full control of the remote and the television. So, she's always been a Big Brother fan. Yeah. So, when I heard that the new season is coming, she's like, why don't you try it out? Like, I think your personality would work. You know, you wouldn't lose anything. But mind you, at the time I was working a 9 to 5 at a marketing agency. Yeah. And then I was not happy with what I was doing. I was this is so depressing. I want to go back to like what makes me like, you know, hungry, like
Yeah.
you know, being in the creative space. You
Try
know,
something new
Try
also.
something new, and it's a big platform. So I was like, let me try it out. I remember it was October. Sent my 2-minute video, and then you just let it all go to God, and then there's another process and another process and another. It was so long, and I couldn't say anything.
Like a lot of interviews.
A lot of interviews, a lot of emails.
Yeah.
And then, funny enough, there was a day I was going to Rock in the Daisies last year, right?
Yeah.
So it was around November. And then on the day, so the Converse, actually I was going with Converse. So they booked my flight for, I think it was the 11th of November. And then I got an email from the Big Brother people saying that we actually want you to come audition on the 11th of November, like face to face.
Yeah.
But like this time, like it was a conflict of like interest with my flight. So I'm like, shit, what am I gonna do now? I start like texting them at Converse. I'm like, listen, guys, I have this thing I need to go, because I couldn't say what it was.
Yeah.
I have this thing I need to go audition for. What. They're like, babe, you're gonna have to either choose. I'm like, hell no, I'm gonna go to Rock in the Daisies. So I called FlySafair, the thingy, and then I was like, listen, I've moved my flight myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to go to this audition because I don't want that thing when I come back from Rock in the Daisies, now the fun is over. Like, what now? Like, I made sure that I go to the audition, go to my flight. I went there with my bags because I can't drive, so I was Ubering everywhere. I went there with my bags.
You also did the face-to-face on a Sunday.
It was not on a Sunday. It was during the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was during the week. And then next thing you know I come back, and then another process, and then you are on Big Brother.
Because I did my face-to-face, it was on a Sunday.
I still can't believe you said you auditioned for
it was on a Sunday when I did my, like, the face-to-face. And it was, there was that 947 cycling thingy that was happening.
Oh, okay.
And they closed all the roads, and I ended up getting there late. But the thing is, the people there were nice.
Okay.
To even say, nah, get here at whatever time.
Okay.
It's cool.
Yeah.
And then I got there, and then I did the audition.
Did it go well though?
Yeah, it did go well.
Good. That's good.
Because I got like more interviews.
Oh yeah.
On that thingy.
Yeah.
But the focus is not on me today. The focus is on you.
I mean, it's a conversation. So yeah. You know?
And so with that being said, like you being on Big Brother,
yes,
this big platform, you in the house with people for like how many months? 2 months?
I was there for 6 weeks, so it was 2.5 months.
Yeah.
No, 2.5 months.
So you're there with different people, different personalities, and everything like that. How do you cope when you're there? Because also like there's where like other people there are not nice.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously thought about that. Like, you don't meet all of these people until you're in the house.
Yeah.
And then I remember that thought that I had when the doors opened, like shucks, like this is actually like the house, you know? And it looks so much smaller in person than when you see it on TV. But I'm like thinking all these sort of things. I'm like, now I'm literally on public display. I've opened up myself to the public to like judge me or whatever.
Yeah.
But, the first day it was so nice because we all got to introduce ourselves. We all got to know each other. But still the same thing, like you don't know these people. You are learning to know them. You can't let your guard down for that long.
Yeah.
But it's an experience that I'd really urge anybody that wants to go on the show to really try it out, because it's really a once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah. It's
a social experiment. You know, you're in this house 24/7 on national TV.
Yeah.
With so many public opinions being made about you that you don't even know
100%
are being made about you, you know? When you're in the house, you also sort of forget that like, shucks, there's like cameras and everything around. So it was definitely a experience that I would advise someone who wants to do it to try it out.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's something in my eye.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
So with that being said, right, you're there, different people, different personalities and everything like that. And there's a lot that goes on in there. And people are getting evicted.
Nothing scripted, by the way. I promise you. It's what you see is really what's happening.
And people are getting evicted and all of that.
Yeah.
And some are disqualified from the show. And you get to be there for those certain weeks that you were there, right?
Yeah.
And does that in your mind, like not being able to be in contact with anybody who's outside? You don't even know what's happening outside.
Yep.
Yeah.
It really... Can I swear here? I don't know.
You can.
It really fucks up with your mind, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry. Like, you really think, shit, like, what is actually being said about me? Like the tiniest thing, like if like putting down a plate somewhere, they'd be like, oh, somebody's gonna judge me for like putting that plate down there.
Yeah.
Like for maybe oversleeping, like you really overthink. Like
Yeah.
but then so I remember the second week was when I was like really missing home. Like I went to the dressing room, I cried. And then the third week it gets better. Like then you're like, oh, you know what? You get used to it now.
Yeah.
Because it's also there's always something to do to keep you from overthinking.
Yeah.
And I'm an overthinker. I'm an Aquarius. I overthink for a living. So when you're in that house, there's always something going on that's like stopping you from overthinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also there, like you build different connections with people.
You do.
Who are you close to?
So I was close in the house with Yolanda.
Yeah. Because she's from Limpopo.
I mean,
also.
she's a homegirl.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
she's a homegirl. She's loud like, well, I'm not as loud as her, but I'm loud. You know, she's extremely loud.
She's very loud.
Very loud.
And very talkative.
Very talkative as well.
Yeah.
And then on the opposite, which is funny, Z as well. She's the total opposite. I think I like the whole, like it balances me out. So I know, okay, when I go to Z, I'm going to go for calmness.
Yeah.
When I go to Yolanda, it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So her, Z, Yolanda, Mish and I were also cool in the house.
Yeah.
We're actually in Cape Town as well together, and Z as well. Funny enough, my cake and I, we butt heads a lot in the house.
Yeah.
But we get along so much outside of the house.
Yeah.
Because we even had a big fight that was like trending
Serious.
on social media. Yeah, it was a whole thing. So, but outside of the house, we're very cool. Like we really get along.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people ended up dating on the show.
They did.
Who did you date?
I didn't date anyone for many reasons. Also like a lot of the guys in the house were like heterosexual. Well,
Yeah.
that's what they said. And then I ain't trying to be finding out on national TV show. I did kiss someone. I won't get into it, but
Yeah.
no, I think.
Okay, give us the scoop.
I mean,
Or
no,
don't give us names.
It
but
was
give
an
us the scoop.
innocent. No, I can't give you names. It was an innocent kiss. Like it was during Valentine's Day. It was with Jureed. But it was like nothing hectic.
Okay.
You know, I personally, for one, think people over sensationalized the kiss.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't. Also, let me tell you, Nev, the thing about Big Brother.
Really?
I think they did.
Okay.
Don't you think so?
I don't know.
Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think.
Maybe because people can blow things out of proportion. Yeah.
Okay.
And it ends up because one, the internet, everybody has an opinion.
Yes.
You understand? That's
Yes,
the only
granted.
thing that's like with the internet, because everybody has an opinion
Something to say, yeah.
and even though they don't know you very well or what's going on at that certain moment, but they will have an opinion.
And the show will teach you that, yay, thick skin. You know, I thought I had thick skin before going into the show. Left the show, went onto Twitter, and they advised you, they're like, don't go on Twitter. Like, don't go on social media because you are going to not sleep.
And then you go.
Yeah,
to
I went
social
there for
media.
like 30 seconds. Biggest mistake of my life. I was like, I didn't
were
sleep the
eating
whole
you
day. I
up.
was tossing and turning. I'm like, people really think this about me? What the fuck are these people? Like, do they fucking know me? Like, were they fucking watching the show? Like, I was mad. I was livid. And then it took me a week, not a week, 2 weeks later
Yeah.
to then like say, you know what? Whatever anyone has to think about me, it's really, at the end of the day, it was a show,
Yeah.
a game. Everybody came there alone. We didn't come in pairs.
Yeah.
You don't owe any, like, yes, you'll be loyal to whoever you want to be, but you don't owe anyone like loyalty in the house. You know, outside it's a different thing, but in the house, it's a game.
It's a game. Everybody's
You know?
there for the money.
And I feel like actually I was like, everything I did, as I said, over sensationalized. And I think it's definitely because I was a gay person, openly gay person on the show, and people, every single thing that I did and somebody else maybe did as well, I would get like the backlash. Oh my gosh, I backstabbed who and so. I did this and this, but everybody was actually backstabbing each other.
Yeah.
And it's something that like I've been working so hard to like not even change the narrative, but like just really trying to let the show be behind me. Like trying to like let people, when they think Chuenza, they think about my work and not the show, because it was quite toxic actually.
Yeah.
Like leaving the show, not on the show, but leaving the show.
And then you come out of the house, there's this new fame that's out there right now, and you have this big collaboration with Converse.
Yeah.
How does that come about?
You know, I remember the first time I went to a mall.
Yeah.
After like leaving the show, it was wild. Like
now you realize you got fans.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like stopped almost everywhere.
Yeah.
And I mean, even till today, like it still gets like really crazy. Like people when they recognize you, like, oh my gosh, Chuenza, like, you know. So it's still, but I'm now like I'm getting used to it now.
Yeah.
That I'll always be affiliated with the show. It's
Yeah.
whatever. And I get it. When you watch people on TV and you see them, you get excited.
Yeah.
So, but with Converse, I mean, I've worked with them since 2020. It's just that when I left the show, I knew that okay, I'm not the same Chuenza that I was.
Yeah.
There is now a lot more to my name and stuff. And when I sort of created the proposal for them to sponsor my YouTube series, I came in with the fact that, you know what, guys, I can't be like an all-star forever. So an all-star, if you're a part of the Converse team, is like first entry level of working with them as a creative, right? And I was working with them for like the past 3 years. So it only made sense to elevate my relationship with them. And also with some other brands I've worked with. And even the ones that I'm working with now, I think they kind of like now understand that, okay, if the price ain't gonna be the same, the price gotta change.
Better pull it up.
Yeah, it's coming with screen time, national TV screen time. Yeah.
So you have this newly found fame, and is it a dream realized? Because you had this dream of being in the entertainment space and being a creative since you were young.
I don't lie to you, it was really kind of like, oh my gosh, like I've always wanted this.
Yeah.
And then it gets exhausting, like it really does. But like as I said, I get it, guys. Like I remember when we went to my Keke's homecoming in Kofoslo, people go kasi, they love Big Brother. Like it's a thing, So we went there for his homecoming, and when I tell you, like when I got in, it took 20 minutes for me to get from the door to like the section, because everybody was like, and they kiss you. And this is what people do. People be kissing you like all of a sudden, like oh my gosh, like guys, why are we kissing each other? But as I said, I get it. It's okay.
So
I'm chilled.
Oh, by the way, congratulations on your podcast.
Oh, thank you. It's not a podcast.
It's a series.
Yeah, because this.
Okay.
It's you chilled.
Congratulations on your series.
Yes,
it's called Walk in My Shoes.
Yes.
Why Walk in My Shoes?
So when somebody says walk in my shoes, like it means like don't judge me. Like for once in your life, like take a walk in my shoes. Like walk in my life.
Yeah.
For a change, right? So I did the proposal when I left the show, sent it through to Converse. I was like, I want to interview like 4 dope creatives. This is so and so and so and so. Then they replied and said, okay, we don't see really how this can go. So basically they said no, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, these people that don't know me, I'm going to send it again, and I'm going to make sure they agree.
Yeah, they see the
and that's a lot of what I have to do in my career. Like people only see like the end result, but a lot of times you get no's, like guys, and it's really always about how you get back up. I was like, let me try it again. And I sent it again through a different person now, but still at the Converse family.
Yeah.
And then they vouched for me, and then they were like, okay, let's start talking budget and money and who you wanna, and it really helped me because shooting content like that is very expensive. So they helped me a lot. Like we were shutting down Converse stores, guys. Like listen, it was wild. So but it's something that's still going for I think the next 4 weeks. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. And it's content that I specifically created because I wanted to move to TV, right? Yeah. So it's very TV-like content that could hopefully one day go on Channel or your MTV base. Yeah. So,
but for someone who has never seen it, how can they resonate with it, and what can they expect when they watch it?
So we're literally doing it's very unorthodox. It's not like your typical interview. It's done at a store. Yeah. If you, for example, we had K-Mat as our first guest, right? Yeah, yeah. And she's been doing amazing. Like she did the Portugal thing. She was representing South Africa, and her song Mkuku, she's doing amazing. So it's like really getting to bridge the gap between your favorite creatives and yourself basically. Yeah. And we're getting to get to really take a walk in their shoes. Literally, we do it at the store and then we go into their lives. Yeah. So, for example, with K-Mat, that I'll use as a reference again, we did it at the store and then we went to her gigs. She was doing something called Dobsonville, and then we went to Zone 6. Yeah. It was a Channel O party, and then we actually got our videographer to go on stage as well to shoot the content, which was like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm that girl, period. You know what I mean? So, and it was really like, so it's basically, if you haven't watched it, it's Walk in My Shoes. It's literally like 15 minutes max of like cool content, unorthodox, unscripted. And yeah, man, I'm really proud of my baby.
Yeah. So now, like, as we are like deep diving into your sneaker, like your sneaker cupboard, right? What would you say is your favorite sneaker of all time?
Ooh, okay. Firstly, I have a lot of Converse shoes. I mean, I'm always getting Converse shoes.
Obviously.
Yeah. Does it have to be a Converse shoe?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
I know. I'm gonna be like, look. So, no, wait. I can't say it actually because it's actually a direct competitor.
Okay.
But my favorite Converse shoes are the ones I'm wearing right now. That's why I specifically wanted.
So that's your favorite sneaker.
And I was abusing these sneakers in Cape Town. Let me tell you, and I didn't care. I took so many pictures of them. I'm like, I don't care what y'all gonna say. I got these sneakers, and y'all are gonna. I wanna shoving them down through people's throats. I abuse these shoes. Yeah.
So you getting into being a sneakerhead as you are right now. Mm-hmm. You said you got in when you 19. Went to varsity.
Yeah.
Right. And you buying yourself your first sneaker.
Yeah.
What's the first sneaker that you bought for yourself?
The first sneaker I bought for myself was... You know, it sucks because I hardly buy sneakers because Converse really has me good. But the first one I bought was at was an Adidas shoe.
Yeah.
It was a Adi Plus. Yeah. It was an Adi Plus.
So let's just say now you need to give advice to somebody who wants to go buy a sneaker and it's their first sneaker.
Yeah.
That they're gonna take out money from their pocket to buy. What sneaker would you say they should buy? Okay,
firstly, I wouldn't say look, it's really all up to you, but what I can advise the person who wants to buy a sneaker, firstly, put aside some money, young 3K, budget for it.
Yeah.
B, know exactly why you want the sneaker. You're gonna wear it for going out, or you're gonna wear it for like chill things, running errands. And then third, just know your style and your personality. Like, on most days, is it a sneaker, as I said, that do you want to wear like to do your everyday runs, or is it a sneaker that you want to wear for special occasions?
Yeah.
So you have to know that. So I can't now say, okay, go buy this so and so sneaker, but like you know what you want, but just make sure you base it off of like just those three things.
Like since you have the scoops, what's the trend like of sneakers right now, or the next ones that are coming from Converse?
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing like people moving toward like more like these kind of Converse like shoes. Also, a lot of people in Joburg that I've realized are moving away like more to like the edgy kind of like Converse shoes now, like with the platforms. So a lot of platforms, like shoes that make you be like, what really? Okay, that's the kind of vibe that's going for. Also, I don't know how to describe it, but like like the Kanye kind of shoes.
Yeah.
Those kind of shoes are like...
All right. So now...
Yeah, they've been in trend and they are still going to be
in trend. Yeah. Okay. So now looking back, right, in your journey.
Yeah.
From Big Brother, growing up in Limpopo and everything like that, right?
Yeah.
And what have you learned?
What have I learned?
Yeah.
I've learned a lot of things. Firstly, I always used to like really doubt myself, like really be unsure of myself. So like this year specifically, I've learned to just really trust my intuition. Like if I say I want to do it, I'm going to do it. If I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. If I say no, like no means no. You know what I mean? Yes means yes. So I'm now learning more to like be also like assertive even in my career, like knowing the no that I said, knowing when to say no as well. If like I know that okay, there's a brand that wants to come on board, but like they don't really align with me, so I'll just be like no. Because in the past I always used to be like, if I say no, what if they don't come back, or what if they like blacklist me and like, but like now I'm just confident in just saying like, you know what, the brands that I want to work with, they will come to me, and then they are coming to me, and it's really just being more assertive and believing in yourself, because I manage myself at the end of the day, right? So I'm my own boss. I decide on when I want to do something. And it wasn't always like that. Like, and I'm enjoying that a lot this year. Like
being your own boss.
Even when I travel and I come back and I'm tired, like usually I'd have to go to work the next day. I can just easily be like, nah, actually I'm moving this to next week.
Yeah.
Like I ain't doing this. No ways. Like mental health for me, also something that we need to prioritize as young people. Mental health. Like if something is not making you happy, I promise you leave. Like it's not worth it. It's really not worth it.
And also, you being on Big Brother, right? Has it shaped you in any way in life and also in relationships and how you view life?
100%. I mean, I think that's the whole purpose of the show. Besides winning the money, it's character development. I've developed I now know how to navigate friendships more better, how to be more vocal about what I want as well in a friendship. And the show also exposed a lot of things with the friendships I had before the show. Like, who really has my back and who doesn't have my back. And being okay with being like, no, actually, I don't fucks with you because you were not supporting me, and like being actually saying it. Like I sent a lot of messages to people that were like, oh, you're so distant now. I'm like, yeah, I'm distant because like you didn't have my back when I was in the house, and people were telling me that. So, and I know I wasn't expecting people to like drop their walls, but when someone genuinely has your back, you'll know. But like it didn't show, and I was very vocal about that. Also, I think also accountability, me on my part taking accountability if I'm being a bad person in a friend, knowing that it's okay. Like I'm not perfect. No one is perfect, Because I always used to think I'm perfect, and I am perfect.
and also like is that, what advice would you give to your younger self? And with everything that you have achieved right now,
you are a bad bitch. Like, and I'm so serious because I always used to be like, ish, like it goes back to doubting. I doubt myself. Should I do this? Should I do that? Like, I'm a bad bitch, and I need to be proud of that. And I'm proud of the fact that it's go after what you want when you like still can. Like imagine, because I'm a dropout as well, right?
Yeah.
If I was
dropped out of varsity.
Yeah, I dropped out of varsity second year.
Okay.
I was doing law, as I said. Dropped out. I was like, I'm gonna go into influencing, content creating. I'm gonna take a gap year, which ended up being like 6 years of not going back to school. But I will go back, But really, just as I said, being sure of myself and what I want. And also my young self, I used to always like worry like if I would ever to come out, it would be the end of me. Like, nah, baby, that's actually like what makes you like Chuenza, So being very proud of being different, if I can call it that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's get into this. You want to collaborate with any sneaker brand company, and they want to design your own sneaker, right? What type of sneaker would it be, and why, and how would it look like?
Funny enough, 2 weeks back, when we were at the Converse store with the Walk in My Shoes, I said to one of the guests, I was like, listen, I want my own shoe with Converse. Like, I know it's so crazy, like, and that's the thing, you need to be very delusional with your dreams.
100%.
Like, you need to be delusional. And I said, it's on my vision board. I'm like, I don't care if they need to go through global, if they need to go through whatever. I want my own Converse limited edition shoe, And it's something that if they're listening, hey, hit me up. Y'all know my address. I know your address. So I'm gonna come through and we're gonna conceptualize a beautiful shoe. I already have a design. I love pink. It's gonna be pink and black. And like everything, like it's for the dolls. But you can wear it as well.
Okay.
You can wear it as well.
So now, if you could have dinner with any sneakerhead, influencer, or celebrity,
it's pretty obvious,
in the world, who would it be? And where would it be?
Local, international?
Anyway, in the world.
I mean, I don't know if you've realized, but a lot of people say I look like Beyonce.
Okay.
So I was
hello, Beyonce.
Yeah. Do I look like her? Guys, let me know. I'm joking. But I definitely would absolutely want to have dinner with Beyonce, Giselle Knowles Carter. I just feel like I would I probably wouldn't listen to what she's saying because I'd be staring at her for most of the time. But like, I really want to have dinner with her. I have went out. Well, I wouldn't say locally. I love her, Bonang, but I have, been in her presence. She's a very dope woman. She's an amazing, phenomenal woman. So, but I would like to actually just have like now a one-on-one with her.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of things we could like
talk about.
Yeah. About. But number one is definitely Beyonce.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my girl, Beyonce. I don't know if you guys know Beyonce. Hit her up for me, please.
Yeah.
Then I'm good. I can leave the.
Is there any funny story that relates to your sneakers?
Funny story. Oh yeah. So most of the time, I've now realized. So I used to. I don't know if it's funny, but like, when I was like still getting used to wearing Converse shoes, like like they're quite tight in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So you have to expand them a bit and stuff. So yeah, the things we do for like beauty. So I would like literally wear like my size. So I've now realized like you need to wear like a size up.
Yeah.
On some of the shoes. This one is my actual size.
Yeah.
Which is why I love them because they're very comfortable. So with the previous ones, like I'll get like blisters and stuff at the back, right?
Yeah.
But then I'll still wear them because like, they'll make the outfit work.
You feel like one.
Yeah, you feel like one thing about me, like if it concerns beauty, I don't mind doing like a 7-hour like, I don't know, whatever, shoot or something if it concerns me looking beautiful, and like I will sacrifice my time for looking good. So and pain as well. It was like in the beginning stages, and I'll take pictures and stuff. They'd look good, but like when I would take off my shoes, I would not be able to like walk properly because it was painful.
Yeah.
But then, as I said, when you buy Converse shoes, guys, you need to always buy a bit like a size up. Well, not always, because these ones are my actual size.
Yeah.
But they're very comfortable. But like usually you have to buy like a size up. So I sacrifice for beauty.
Yeah. Because I know somebody who got a sneaker like a Converse sneaker, and then they sold those sneakers because they were too tight.
Yep.
And they only wore them once.
They tight. That's the thing. And I mean, they do eventually like expand, but yeah, it's a lot of pain. So my advice, guys, size up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we're about to close.
Is it really over? Almost over?
We can continue.
I have boys to go see, things to do. It's a Friday. I'm single and all.
Yeah, and as we're about to close, walk in my shoes, right? What is it about? Just give us a framework.
Okay, walk in my shoes. I'm gonna like literally straight to the point. We are taking a walk, a literal and physical walk in your favorite creative DJs, photographers, musicians, influencers, actors. We are taking a walk in their shoes. We're starting it off at the Converse store. We're doing a young interview situation, and we're going to go straight into the actual lives. If the person is an actor, we're going to go with them on set. If the person is a DJ, we're going to go with them on, at the gig. So it's a walk in my shoes, meaning come step in my world. Yeah. Like
you're just reminding me of something right now.
Why?
There's a friend of mine, Muzi, ne?
Muzi?
Muzi.
Okay. Sounds
He's
familiar.
gay also,
Oh, really?
right?
Okay.
And
is he from Pretoria?
No.
Okay.
And when
not all gay people know each other, by the way.
And he will say, when I'm like on my boy look, some days I have to speak like this so people can understand who I am.
And I also have boy looks, by the way.
So now, do you ever change your voice sometimes? Like,
child to the no. Also, like people know my voice. Like, child, they'll be like, Chuenza, what are you doing? Like, stop it. Like, no. Like, it's just that obviously if I'm sick, my voice just get a bit hoarse. But I don't change my voice.
Yeah.
However, I won't lie. So when I was like. This is actually so embarrassing. When I was still starting out wearing wigs, and doing makeup, so like some of the guys don't clock me, right? So you know what I'll do, right?
Yeah.
This was like something I did when I was very young. Don't do it, guys. I'll like change my voice, like okay, I can't do it now because I'm a bit hoarse. Like I'll make my voice a little bit squeakier to match the aesthetic.
Okay.
But then now I'm just like, you get girls with deep voices, man. It's whatever. Like,
You don't have to give a damn.
Either you love me or you leave me alone. Period. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for blessing us and coming through to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
We've been talking about this actually.
Yeah.
We spoke about it.
Oh yes, we did.
Yeah,
we did. It was a couple
talk
of
about it.
Probably
a month ago. Yeah, a month ago.
And I'm so sorry. So Valentino, I did not respond. I am very bad on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
But then when I realized you sent me a text, I'm like, but I'm already going. So like, I'll see you there.
Yeah.
I apologize for not responding. I usually try to respond.
No problem at all.
Public apology, see? Is it a public apology?
Yeah, it's a public apology. I hope you guys forgive him.
Please do. And send me money.
And man, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And just make sure that you subscribe on Walk in My Shoes, right?
It's on my YouTube channel, Chuenza with a double A. Please also follow me on Instagram at simplychuene_.
Yeah.
Twitter X at simplychuene. TikTok is at simplychuene. I'm getting better on TikTok now because I was like, I was not a TikToker, right?
Yeah.
And I've realized now with TikTok, what you need to do is like, you need to just post like imperfect content.
Yeah.
That's what eats like views and stuff on TikTok.
Yeah.
Because I really want to grow my TikTok. I'm on like 30K now, but I feel like I could do better. Yeah.
You feel like you get
I could get like
300K
300K now, you know?
Yeah.
On TikTok. Because like, you make money on TikTok. TikTok is like...
Yeah, there's a lot of money out there, hey?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, so everybody, we are out. Just make sure that you subscribe on this YouTube channel. It's at Evoke Group Network. We are.
Subscribe, guys. Subscribe. Period.